The AQUARID meteor shower, the full flower supermoon, the monthly planetary lineup with the moon, Comet Atlas, or what's left of it, and Venus doing its monthly flyby of the moon. The AQUARID meteor shower peaks on the 4th and 5th of May, but you don't have to wait that long to have a look at it. Wherever you are in the world, look low in the eastern sky before dawn, between 2 and 4 a.m. The full moon will happen on the 7th of May, so it's best to see this as far in advance of that as possible. The 7th of May sees the full moon and the last supermoon of 2020. This is the last of 4 supermoons that have taken place in 2020. The moons are named in accordance with the Old Farmer's Almanac, which honours the Native American moon names. The Algonquin tribes, who lived in the northernmost parts of the Americas, named this the flower moon, because many flowers bloom in the month of May. Mid-month, the moon does its monthly flyby of Jupiter, Saturn and Mars. I used the time and date website to look up how this is going to look across the different parts of the world, and I noticed that when we have our monthly meetups of the moon and the planets, the first place to see this always seems to be Hawaii. I'm not really sure why that is. The moon will approach Jupiter and Saturn on the 12th, pass them on the 13th, and by the 15th it will catch up with Mars. Look at the line made by Jupiter, Saturn and Mars. And then look at the angle that makes with the horizon, and compare that in the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, the angle is a lot more shallow. And in the southern hemisphere, the line is almost vertical. And this has to do with the tilt of the Earth. The Earth's rotational axis is tilted at 23 degrees from the celestial north. On the 23rd of May, we'll see Comet Atlas. Or will we? This comet was discovered very recently, in December 2019, and astronomers were really excited about a potentially very bright show in the skies in late May. And this is when the comet passes within the orbit of Mars before heading back towards the Sun. However, towards the end of April, the comet appeared to have broken into smaller, glimmering pieces. This has surprised astronomers, and they are not sure what caused the breakup. They speculate that perhaps there was a buildup of pressure due to gases trapped within the comet. Have a look in the sky now while the pieces are still relatively close together. This is the path the comet has taken in the night sky throughout April, and how it will move through May. Look quite low to the northwest after dark. And finally, Venus has its monthly meet-up with the moon at the end of the month. We start in Hawaii, where the moon makes a nice triangle with Venus and Mercury. And in Christchurch, New Zealand, where there's only a small window after sunset to see this. In East Asia, we still get somewhat of a triangle formation. And as we move west, Venus moves further away from the moon. And as we move further west, Mercury follows Venus, until eventually the three make up almost a straight line. These planets move in a different way to Jupiter, Saturn and Mars because they're inside the Earth's orbit. Remember, you can also track the ISS and the Starlink satellites online to see when they're going to be passing over where you live. I hope you enjoyed this month's forecast. I'll be posting videos of what I've been taking pictures of this year in the sky. Join me for that and join me for next month's forecast. See you then.